What I've been thinking about recently was that boxing and trading are very similar. They're both mostly more of a mental game. I would say boxing is 80% mental, and then the 20% is the physical things like fighting, training, sparring, and all of that. And then with trading, it's also a mental thing. You can have the strategy, but if you're not disciplined or you hesitate a lot and you don't take action on it, then you won't succeed in this. But pretty much in this video, I'm just going to relate or compare them and give you guys another perspective, I guess. But for right now, I'm gonna show you this. Let's say your target is right here, and then in boxing terms, let's say your target is the chin, because you heard your opponent has a weak chin. So what you want to do is set everything up. With boxing, the average viewer thinks it's just about punching, knocking the other opponent out. And yeah, that is the point, but there's more that goes on in between the two boxers that are fighting. Everything is calculated in boxing. You go in there with a game plan. Same thing goes with trading. You go into the markets with your plan and only your plan. If your plan doesn't show, you just don't trade at all. As I was saying, with boxing, it's super simple too. You combine all of the punches, basically the basics, and then you create a combo. And then with trading, you combine all the confluences, which is also the basics, and then you make it into a strategy. Now, I'm going to give you guys a little combo right here as an example, or something similar to my strategy. The jab, cross, hook again to the body, and then the hook to the chin. But I'm gonna be explaining that now. So this is how I see it. The jab is the daily bias. It sets everything up. It's also the thing that tricks you. So going into the day, let's say you're going for longs. In this example, your target is this. Boxing, your target is his chin. Basically, you wanna distract him by punching his head. With the jab, you make sure you open your guard. You open his guard, which later on, he does it. You go with the cross. Now your opponent is worried. He's going to guard his head. Then you go for the hook. Now that he has his guard up, his body is exposed, and that's what you want. You aim for the body and you make sure it hurts to the point where he drops his guard, leaving his chin wide open, which was the real move. And eventually you get the knockout, or the result you wanted to see. And now I'm gonna be explaining it in like trading terms, I guess. The jab is to trick him or to set him up. The cross is the liquidity sweep and the higher time frame fair value gap tap, because you did eventually take something for the next move. Now you expect them, or you expect the market to later on go up higher, which is the hook in this case. You're still focusing on the head. Later on, now the trader thinks it's still going to go up. We're waiting for a retrace into a 5 minute, going down to the body in this case. Later on, their average trader thinks now we're going to keep on going down. In this case, we're going to keep on going for the body and then start to guard their body too. But the real move was an inversion coming out of a 5 minute. We knew what we wanted in the beginning, to aim for the high, in this case the chin. All of this is to trick the average trader, and eventually patience pays off. An example would be right here. This doesn't end up playing out. The 5 minute gets inversed, but there was a 15, so you could have taken an inversion somewhere around here. And all of this was just noise. All of that. Average trader would see this red candle usually start to go shorts. Stop loss around here. But the real move was to aim for the New York AM high, possibly this untapped 4-hour too. And that's why I think I fell in love with trading, because there's so much more going on than just green candles and red candles going up and down. There was a story to be told. And with boxing, the same thing. You're mostly in your head while fighting. You fake your opponent out and see how he reacts to things. And then eventually you set all of that up to later on get him basically. But that's how I see it now. I hope this helps someone not just view trading, but also boxing differently.